Hey everybody, Joe here, and today I'm going to be speaking to you about 2nd John in our Growing in Grace series. So going over the whole book today, and it's going to take about a half hour, so stay tuned. Just kidding, it's only 13 verses long, but here's what's going on. John, of course, is the disciple that Jesus loved. He wrote the Gospel of John, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and the book of Revelation. And so in this letter, he is writing to the chosen lady and to her children. So scholars would say, writers would say that he's writing to the lady, it represents the church. Or potentially the chosen lady represents a person who opened up her home for a home church. And he's going to talk about love and deceit. Love and deceit. This is what he says about love. I am writing to remind you, dear friends, that we should love one another. This is not a new commandment, but one we have had from the beginning. Love means doing what God has commanded us, and he has commanded us to love one another just as you heard from the beginning. Love, love, love. And here's the thing. I had heard a definition of love is to protect and to provide. So because I love my family, even my dogs, love my dogs, I am willing to understand and dig into situations to protect them and to provide for them. If someone in my family is going somewhere, I'm going to read about the city, understand where they're lodging, where's the safe places, where's not the safe places. If they're sick, I'm reading, okay, what are the symptoms? What do they mean? How do you treat it? If there's questions about the future, financial and such, I'm digging into things and researching things. I'm researching truth because I want to protect and provide for them because I love them. In the same way, John is saying, listen, we need to love each other. We need to love one another, hone in, dig into loving one another. And he's going to tell us why right here in verse 7. I say this because many deceivers have gone out into the world. They deny that Jesus Christ came in a real body. So false teachers, there from the beginning, still with us today. And with the proliferation of social media, their voice is louder and louder. I have seen a guy, he's a biblical scholar, and he's there to, protecting misinformation about the Word of God. And he would deny that many things in the Bible are true. Just as John is saying, such a person who is denying that Jesus Christ came in a real body, he's a deceiver and he's an antichrist. And that's what we got to watch out for. Here's what he says. Watch out that you do not lose what we have worked so hard to achieve. Be diligent so that you receive your full reward. Anyone who wanders away from this teaching has no relationship with God, but anyone who remains in the teaching of Christ has a relationship with both the Father and the Son. So what are we seeing here? Love one another, because when we love one another, we have a relationship with one another, and we can sniff out really when false teaching is starting to take a root. You know, you have that person, they're going to church, you're going to church, you see them weekly, and all of a sudden you're seeing them less and less. And when you love them, you go, hey, what's going on? How come we haven't seen you? How are you doing? And they're like, don't really believe that. I'm kind of questioning what I'm learning. And, sooner or later, they're like, we're not really going to church or a church or any church, and they start falling away. But John is saying, love one another. This is what we've been commanded from the beginning, because love always encourages. It sniffs out the disease. It sniffs out the decay. It sniffs out the sin. It sniffs out the deceit and encourages them to stay on track. And when you love one another, you can't see them fall into dangerous hands. There is an antichrist out there. There's a spirit of the antichrist. There's deceivers out there, just as it was in John's time, as there is today. Be aware, but how do we defeat this? How do we disarm this deceit? We love one another. We love one another. We hear each other's hearts and encourage one another to stay the course. So I want to encourage you today, pray, ask God to reveal someone in your life that you love that needs encouragement. Maybe ask the Lord, who do I need to show love to? Who do I need to make an extra effort to show love to so that they don't fall and slip away into deceit? Take time to pray that, read over this chapter, and be blessed. God bless you.